Yes.
We have not talked about rituals, and if you will, I'm going to do that because I didn't get a question that was emailed to me. And I'm going to go with you, if you will, how we define rituals. Remember the 4 R's. We're talking about roles, rules, rituals, and routines. And so the idea of rituals are those cherished, those special events in which we celebrate our identity as a family.
Right.
And to some extent, when I talk to men, because I do the men's groups, men really consider rituals things like going to church on Sunday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, those kind of things. And yet that is, in fact, how we celebrate our identity. But what I'm looking for is something a little bit more. I'm looking for you to identify those special events that you as a family, unique to you, unique to your characteristics, your aspirations, your desires. And as you exercise them in your life, this identifies you as different.
Right.
And if you will, sometimes that can be, hey, just going to the beach every Saturday and it's our time with our family.
Right.
We had friends that used to do a pizza night.
Right.
Pizza movie. Yeah. And the phones were turned off, the cell phones were turned off, and we had our time with our kids. So these ideas of having rituals don't have to be celebrations that are traditional like Christmas or Easter or Thanksgiving, but can be something that's
they
more
can
in
even
touch
be
with you.
a celebration though about how do you celebrate birthdays in your family? How do you celebrate
That's good.
anniversaries in your family? How do you celebrate? What are the special events for you all, and how do you do that?
I was born and raised in New Orleans, and because, at that time, not eating meat on Friday was a tradition and, for us, a ritual. So eating at a seafood restaurant every Friday. And a few years later, when I was in the military and I drive back to New Orleans or fly back to New Orleans, say hi to Mom and Dad, I always knew where they were Fridays at 5 o'clock because they were always at lakeside seafood restaurant, eating crabs and crawfish and shrimp.
And stuffed artichoke.
And that was a ritual. That was a ritual for them, Yeah. Well, and that concludes this portion of this to discuss the 4 R's: roles, rules, rituals, and routines.